Snow removal started with clearing snow in front of homes and small town stores. Then cars happened, and driveways, roads, and parking lots needed to be cleared. Since then, the number of roads, driveways, and parking lots to be plowed has hugely increased. The number of plows plowing the roads, and the size of those plows, which means they require more resources to manufacture, use, and maintain. Like everything else, the evolution of snow removal contributes to our global environmental problems. We didn't have environmental problems when people shoveled their walkways and driveways, but just like most everything else, the late 60s, early 70s was when snow removal began to be more environmentally abusive. Homes replaced the shovel with snow blowers, and there were more and more homes replacing manual labor with burning gas. This began adding greenhouse gases in ways greenhouse gases weren't emitted before. Then this was upgraded to hiring trucks to plow driveways, so snow removal began emitting even more greenhouse gases. When you think about the number of homes doing this, getting back to basics and picking up the shovel again is a basic environmental necessity. The trucks that remove snow from the millions of miles of paved roads worldwide emits many greenhouse gases and pollutants. Plowing has expanded from just moving snow to having these trucks carry sand, salt, or gravel that they spray on the roads to help melt the snow, prevent icing, or provide traction. This adds a lot of weight to these trucks, which decreases mileage and increases greenhouse gas emissions. Today, society expects that roads will be plowed, and it's never talked about, but removing snow from our global roads is as big an environmental burden as everything else. When we didn't have environmental problems, the world didn't have endless parking lots that needed snow removal. But today, the world has progressed to having endless malls, shopping centers, large chain stores, office complexes, etc., that all have to have their parking lots snow removed too. People don't think about it, but snow removal is a big polluting and greenhouse gas emitting process that contributes to global environmental problems. Airports and airlines have to meet the demands of today's global society even when it snows. So keeping air transportation moving during snow means removing snow from parking lots and runways and de-icing planes, which is a big part of the aviation process. So a lot of big trucks spend endless hours keeping airports up and running, which adds a lot of pollutants and greenhouse gas emissions. The world didn't have environmental problems when we didn't have airports to keep snow and ice free. In many places, the plows have nowhere to move snow to, so one truck loads the snow into a dump truck for it to be hauled away. The truck dumps snow someplace else and comes back to get more until all the snow is removed. This two big trucks working to transport snow to remove it has become common practice in many places, but these emit greenhouse gases and other pollutants that weren't emitted when we didn't have endless roads to be plowed or when we simply used one truck to plow roads, not relocate snow. Like everything else, expanding snow removal to multiple vehicles is as abusive as everything else we've expanded on, which are all our global environmental problems. When the calendar hits spring, snow removal doesn't stop. For a lot of places, spring is when plowing starts, like mountain passes that are closed in the winter and need to be cleared before summer, which can be a really big operation. In the spring of 2011, to open Colorado's Independence Pass, where there was up to 25 feet of snow in some places, crews operated at least 2 bulldozers, 5 loaders with blowers, 4 loaders with plows, 2 motor graders, and a snowcat. And like everything else, this didn't happen when we didn't have environmental problems.